Hello, I'm Tuiskula.
And I'm Erin Fitzgerald.
And welcome to Outside the Doghouse, the weekly television program produced by the Wachusett Dirt Dogs, a member of the Futures Collegiate Baseball League. The Dirt Dogs play home games at historic Doyle Field, located at 160 Preach Street in Leominster, Mass. Ticket prices are $4.50 for adults, $4 for seniors 60 years or older, and $3 for kids aged 5 to 14. Kids aged 5 years or younger get in for free. Our home games are a great evening out for the family as we offer concessions including everything from hot dogs to cotton candy. We also have adult beverages available in the beer garden at every home game of the season.
This week is hectic for both the Dogs and their staff. On Wednesday, June 11th, the Nashua Silver Knights will come to town. The Dirt Dogs will be hosting a Ladies' Night promotion on the 11th. Exciting elements of the evening include 2-for-1 tickets along with special donations from businesses such as Curves and 31. Another promo night will be held on Thursday, June 12th as we celebrate Dad's Day at Doyle. Join the Dirt Dogs players and staff as they honor their dads and we celebrate Father's Day a few days early. The Dirt Dogs will spend the weekend on the road as they travel to play Martha's Vineyard, Nashua, and Brockton to close out the week. It should be a great week of baseball, so make sure you come out to Doyle Field to catch all of the action.
And before we get to today's guests, let's recap the past week and take a look at all of the Dirt Dogs' success throughout the first few games of play. We'd like to give a special thanks to Evan Cox for compiling this short highlight reel from our first week.
Yeah, get in there, get in there.
There you go.
Yeah, double.
Going a long way.
Thanks for that, Evan. It's clearly been a great start. The Dirt Dogs now stand at 2-2 on the season. They defeated the Pittsfield Suns 11-10 in walk-off fashion on opening day, June 4th, and took a W from the Navigators on the road by a 2-0 score this past Saturday. Standouts from the first week of play include Connor Smith, who tossed 6 scoreless innings, only allowing 1 hit against the Navigators. Ben White looked strong in his start against the Bravehearts, only allowing 1 hit through 5 innings of work. And of course, the hitting story of the week was one of our guests today, Austin Botts, who blasted a 3-run home run in his first at-bat as a Dirt Dog.
But before we get to our guests, it's time for the Outside the Doghouse trivia question. Each week on the show, we'll ask a trivia question to our guests. Enter the answer under the Outside the Doghouse tab on our website, www.dirtdogsball.com, for a chance to win. Here's today's question. Who was the first Dirt Dog in franchise history to be drafted by the MLB?
Thanks, Erin. And now to today's guests. As we mentioned, we have Dirt Dogs player Austin Botts on with us today, but we also have head coach Kevin Barnaby. Thanks both of you for being on today.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
morning.
First off, Coach, congratulations on getting the head coaching job.
Thank you. It's exciting.
Yeah. For the viewers that don't know, Coach Barnaby was an assistant coach for the Dirt Dogs last year. So what has the transition been like so far?
It's a lot more work. Last year, I kind of coasted on Nick's coattails and let him, figure out the lineups and the pitch and rotation and the pitch counts. This year, you guys have seen me a lot more in the office. I've been around, got to handle a lot of their player concerns and anything that goes wrong. Last year as assistant coach, I didn't have to deal with that. It was kind of easy. I just sat on the bus and showed up for games. But this year, it's a little bit more, but I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy being in control. We have two great assistant coaches, and Brian Davis and Robert Rivera, who are helping me out every step of the way.
Awesome. Well, we're very happy to have you. So, you also coach at UMass Lowell. So, what's the difference between coaching a summer league and coaching collegiate baseball?
That's a good question. UMass Lowell is very regimented with what we do. Those players there are on scholarship, so it's not that we own them, but we're kind of paying them to come play for us. So it's a lot more demands. I leave a lot up to the players this year of how much they want to work and how much they really want to put into it. So summer leagues maybe a little bit more of a relaxed atmosphere than it would be at UMass Lowell, where we're very competitive every day and we work very hard. And other than that, it's a lot of paperwork at UMass Lowell, running camps and doing all that stuff here. I just get to coach.
Great. And there's been a lot of talk about the Barnaby legacy in Leominster. Your brother coaches at Leominster High, where they just won a district title. So can you talk a little bit about that relationship? Any sibling rivalry? There's
always a rivalry, but I feel at this point where we are now, it's kind of an admiration for each other. I don't get me wrong, I want to win the league title. I hope he wins the state title. So, but it's he showed up the other day with his trophy, and I was more than happy to say congratulations before the game. And we talked pretty much weekly, daily, on stuff that he can work on, stuff that I can work on. And so there's more of a critique than a rivalry. Before, growing up, there was always a rivalry. Whether we were playing video games, Monopoly, or wiffle ball in the backyard, there was always a rivalry. But now it's more of an admiration and a support for each other, because we both coach at different avenues, but it's still the same game.
Very true. And you played yourself at Worcester State, correct?
Correct, I did.
So can you give our viewers a little insight into your own playing days?
When I was at Worcester State, I played at every position except for pitcher. So I was blessed enough to be a part of a conference title team that was really loaded with infielders. So when I went there as an infielder, I told the coach, anywhere you need me, I'll go play. So I ended up playing some outfields, some other positions I'd never even dreamed of playing before. But we were very lucky my sophomore year playing the NCAA regionals. We won our conference. We came a game away from the College World Series. So I was very lucky to have a good college career.
Awesome.
And is there anything you learned from your playing days that you apply to your coaching now?
Yeah, I learned a lot from my playing days, that what it takes to succeed. That's the biggest thing. Is that our head coach at UMass Lowell, when he gave the press release when he hired me, he actually recruited me at St. A's, and he described me as an overachiever, which is probably the best compliment. Some people might take it as a slight. I took it as a compliment. That meant that I worked hard and that I made the most out of my ability. And that's kind of what I try to get these guys to do, is to work really hard and put their best foot forward, so no matter what happens at the end of the day, they felt that they were prepared for it.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely. So transferring over to the Dirt Dogs now, season started off really well. Any big first impressions that you've had so far?
We have great kids. My number one rule is respect the game and respect the people around you, and they've played extremely hard. I have no issues with any of the personalities or any of the way we played the games. We've only had one really bad game, but that's going to happen in 56 games. I think I'm really excited to work with these guys day in and day out. They're there, they're grinding. I feel like we have a pretty good team. We have a good nucleus of guys. They all get along, and that's, we're going to be around each other for 56 games in 66 days. It's a huge thing. If we don't get along, it's going to be a long summer.
Right.
But my very first impression is we have great guys, and they're talented. It's going to be a really good season. I'm excited for it.
Nice. And something about the Futures Collegiate League, it's such a quick turnaround from the college game. What's it like piecing together a lineup with such short time and not really seeing these guys?
That's the biggest challenge so far. we had one practice and one scrimmage before the season started for the guys to make a first impression. So for the first few weeks, I'm trying to rotate lineups as much as possible while still trying to win games, so we can get a gauge on who can do what, where they succeed. And then going forward, once we're about 3 weeks into the season, then we'll have to start going with a consistent lineup where guys will have established roles and stuff like that. But right now, it is a challenge because I don't like pitchers are going out there for the first time and catchers don't even know what they throw. And it's a learning experience so far because everyone's coming from all over the country and they're all thrown into a baseball game without having to know anyone. And now we're all just trying to learn about each other. Hopefully we continue to put W's on the board while we're in this learning experience so that when we finally have roles and everything through 3 weeks into the season, we can really take off from there.
Absolutely. Any specific goals yet to reach?
We always want to win our division so we can get a first round bye and be able to host the playoffs at Doyle Fields. That's one of my main goals. But making the playoffs for the first time in franchise history is right up there too. I think they go hand in hand. When you win the division, you obviously make the playoffs. So it goes hand in hand. But personally, my goal is to send these guys back better and healthy than they were when they got to me. I'm not making wholesale changes with them, but just want them to go back and succeed next year at their school, because that's what it's ultimately all about.
Great. Thank you so much, Kevin. And now we'll get to our other guest, Austin Botts. He's a designated hitter and a catcher for the Dirt Dogs. He's going to be entering his senior year at Lock Haven University in Pennsylvania. Thanks, Erin, Austin, for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Before we get to baseball, we are going to play a quick little game first. It's called This or That. We'll give you 2 options, and you have to choose one as quickly as possible. So,
All right.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Here's your first one. Vanilla or chocolate?
Vanilla,
Blondes or brunettes?
blondes,
Sausage or bacon?
sausage,
Twitter or Facebook?
Twitter,
Rap or country?
country,
Math or English?
neither,
Summer or winter?
fall,
McDonald's or Burger King?
Wendy's,
Nice.
Pepsi or Coke?
Pepsi,
Dogs or cats?
both,
Peanut butter or jelly?
put them together,
Yeah. TV or movies?
Netflix,
Oh, yeah.
White or wheat?
white,
Paper or plastic?
plastic, I guess,
PC or Mac?
PC,
Pancakes or waffles?
neither, they make me sick,
Truth or dare?
truth,
Call or text?
call,
Okay, last one. Fruits or vegetables?
I like meat, protein.
Thanks for playing along with us, Austin. Hopefully our viewers know a little bit more about you now. So we'll get to baseball. Did you play any other sports growing up besides baseball?
Just in the backyard, kind of. I mean, we always played, depending on what season it is, we always played football, hockey, basketball, but it's always been organized baseball for me.
And sorry.
when did you know that baseball was your sport?
Probably when I was growing up, we played, even being a little kid, it was just always something I loved to play. I always wanted to go outside. I was dragging Dad out there, throwing me balls, wiffle ball. I mean, football was always fun because I was big, but after a while it gets old because everyone else catches up. So baseball was always my thing.
That's true. And you play at Lock Haven University?
Yep, smack dab in the center of Pennsylvania.
Oh, fun. Have you enjoyed your time with the Bald Eagles so far?
Yeah, it's been a great time. I mean, our coach just retired, and he was a great coach. It's been a good time. We've had some struggles, but all the guys are great. We've had some success here and there. It's been a good time.
And what are you majoring in there?
I'm majoring in sport administration.
Great. And is this your first summer ball experience?
I mean, I play in a wood bat league back home, but nothing like this.
Yeah. So what have you enjoyed your time in the Futures Collegiate League so far?
So far, it's just been, like Coach said, just being thrown together with guys. It's fun because you learn a lot about people and just people from all over the country. It's nice to be around good ball players all the time.
Great.
So who's the funniest guy on the Dirt Dogs?
I'd have to go with Mike Rizzatello.
I
We were expecting that.
For sure.
And you're obviously a great hitter. So far this season, you're 5 for 12 with 3 RBIs. Can you take us through your strategy at the plate?
Well, it kind of changes from ballparks. I mean, Doyle, you got the short porch and left, so any swing can change a ball game around. But me and Coach have been working in the cage to try and trust my hands and stay the other way. And so when we get in the bigger ballparks, it's nice to hit line drives the other way, driving runs.
How have you enjoyed being a Dirt Dog so far? I know you're getting the whole experience with the host family and everything.
So far, it's been a great time. My host family's great, and then just being around the guys all the time, it's a great time. It's been a good time.
Definitely. And what would you say is the biggest difference between playing at Lock Haven and playing summer ball with the Dirt Dogs?
The biggest difference is you're going to see a good pitcher every night. I mean, in college ball, you get those weekday games where you get a 14 to 13 ball game, but here you're going to see quality starters every night.
And what is your future goals, like both baseball and career-wise?
Any way you look at it for the future, I want to try and stay around the game. I'm minoring in coaching at Lock Haven, and then, I mean, every baseball player's dream is to get drafted, of course. So as long as I can stay around the game.
Great.
Absolutely. And is there anything else either of you would like to add?
I'm good if you are.
Pressure's on me. To respond to that. You know, come out to Doyle Field. Come see what we have to offer. My first game was 11-10, and then last night there were 17 runs scored. So there's a lot of runs. It's an exciting brand of baseball. We run, we hit. You know, we have great pitchers. So it's definitely an exciting brand to be able to come watch us.
Yeah, come see Austin Botts crush
Exactly.
the ball.
Absolutely.
Thank you again to both of you for being here this morning.
Thank you for having
Thanks
us.
for having us.
And just to remind our viewers, our home games this week are Wednesday, June 11th at 6:35 p.m., which will be Ladies' Night, including a special 2-for-1 ticket deal. And Thursday, June 12th, also at 6:35 for Dad's Day at Doyle.